what it was like being a homemaker during World War II. And today I wanted to talk about
what it's like during wartime.
And during wartime. Hello homemakers, I'm Melinda and I'm cooking my way through Betty Crocker's 1971 recipe card library. And today we're making giant burger. Alright, giant burger is from section S, hurry up main dishes, and it's card number 3. Giant burger pretty much is what it says it is. It's a giant burger. It's not served with a bun though, so actually it's kind of more like meatloaf. But it's filled with a cream cheese horseradish mustard filling, which I'm assuming kind of is the equivalent of like the cheese and mayo on a real burger. It also seems to be topped with ketchup. It's served with pickles and onions. I think it's going to be could be great, could be weird. We'll find out. I do think it's funny that it's a hurry up main dish, but takes 55 minutes in the oven. So like, how quick is it really? It does seem simple though, so let's get into it. All right, let's take a look at the ingredients. For a giant burger, we need 1.5 pounds of ground beef. We need some salt. We need 3 ounces of cream cheese softened. We need some prepared mustard. We need some horseradish drained, which confuses me because I thought it meant horseradish like the sauce, but it might mean fresh. I don't know. We're gonna use the sauce. And then onion rings or a can of French fried onion rings. So I got good old French's crispy fried onions. And then she doesn't say what to serve it with, but I see that there's pickles in the photos, so I also got some pickles, and I got some ketchup for the top of the burger. All right, Betty doesn't say to do this first, but I think it makes sense. I am going to mix the cream cheese mustard and horseradish in a little bowl, and then we'll get the meat going. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 ounces. This whole thing is 8, so I'm gonna do, I guess, like a little, oh, there's markings on here. 3 ounces. And then we need a tablespoon of each mustard and horseradish. Smells weird. Okay, 1 tablespoon of horseradish. I guess it smells like horseradish. This brand says it's sassy, creamy horseradish sauce. Okay, now I guess we'll just try to break up this cheese and get it all incorporated. I think it's gonna be good. This already smells good. Okay, so I have 1.5 pounds of ground beef that I got at the butcher, and I am going to mix in 1.5 teaspoons of salt. All right, I'm measuring. We're growing, we're learning. Okay, I'm putting my hands on this meat. Ooh, I hate cooking with raw meat. I hate it. You guys are learning about me. I hate touching raw meat, but I'm gonna do it. You have to mix this with your hand, right? What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna mix it with my hand. I'm gonna have to pat it in there. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay. Okay. There's gonna be meat under my fingernails. Okay, I think it's combined. I think we've got some salty meat. Don't you dare. Pat 1/2 evenly in an ungreased 8-inch pie pan. Here we go. Here's my concern with giant burger. I'm gonna spell it out for you right now, and we'll see if I'm right or not. Burgers have a lot of fat in them, and when you cook a burger on the grill, the fat drips out. That's why George Foreman grills were invented. You literally see the fat drip out. When you just have burger in a pan, where is the fat gonna go? That's what I'm nervous about. Okay, now I am spreading this mixture over the meat. So I have high hopes here. Now we're gonna seal the top and bottom layer of the burger together, so I'm trying to leave an area uniced. All right, now I need to shape the remaining meat into an 8-inch circle, place it on top of the cheese mixture, and pinch edges together to seal. I guess I'm just kind of trying to get this into a burger shape. How am I gonna make it 8 inches? I'm really manhandling meat and I don't like to do that. I'm just gonna put it on top. No, I shouldn't, because I have to spread it out and the cheese is gonna go. I'm just gonna put it on top. Okay. Okay, we don't have a complete seal on top. I'm seeing goo through the meat, but I think in another world I would have maybe put that on a plate or on like saran wrap and really got it as like thin and flat as I could have, and then like popped it on, but I panicked and it didn't tell me to do that, so I just did what I could. Anyway, let's put this in the oven and see what happens. It's going in for 45 minutes for medium or 55 minutes for well done. And I like medium well, so maybe we'll split the difference and do 50 minutes. All right, while the giant burger's in the oven, I thought I would do a little Betty history. On a previous episode, I talked a little bit about what it was like to be a homemaker during World War II and the kind of rationing you had to do and all of the thinking that went into being a cook and a homemaker. And today I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into something that Marjorie Child Husted did during this time to really lift up homemakers. So Marjorie was the program director of Betty Crocker on the radio, and she felt like throughout all this time Betty had been talking to the women and helping them, but it was time for her to kind of lift them up, because being a homemaker during the war was really difficult, and she felt like they weren't getting the respect that they deserved or the recognition. On the radio, Betty said that, men could go to work and at their job could get promoted, could get a raise, their boss could tell them job well done, but women didn't have that at home. They were alone. They weren't appreciated for what they were doing. So she came up with a program called the Betty Crocker American Home Legion Program. And basically, Betty would solicit enrollment over the air during her radio show, and people could fill out a questionnaire and enroll to be a part of the Home Legion. And once you were a part of it, you got the Homemaker's Creed, which was suitable for framing. And I just wanted to read a few of these because they're really sweet. It's I believe that homemaking is a noble and challenging career. I believe that homemaking is an art requiring many different skills. I believe home reflects the spirit of the homemaker. I believe that home should be a place of peace, joy, and contentment. I believe that no task is too humble, and that a homemaker must be true to the highest ideals of love, loyalty, service, and religion. I just thought it's this thing that can help women feel like they're a part of something bigger, that they can be lifted up and feel like that they are being recognized for the things that they deserve. And having this in their kitchen, in their home, allowed them to be reminded of that. If you were a member of the Legion, you could be eligible for prizes and war bonds, and so there were benefits like that, but I think the most important thing is that women felt like they were being championed by Betty Crocker and that they were being supported and held up by one another. And by the end of the program, there's about 700,000 women who were members. So I just thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so I took the burger out of the oven around 45 minutes because it was reading at 185 in terminal temperature. So as predicted, there's a ton of grease, so much grease came out of the burger. And it's also not that giant. And also the cheese is coming out. So I'm a little nervous that all the cheese is kind of seeped out already and we're not gonna have a lot. We're not gonna have a clean line of cheese like you see in the photo, but I'm gonna attempt to move it onto this plate and we'll do a little decoration and then we'll taste it. I'm gonna attempt to scoop it with 2 spatulas. There's so much grease. It's more solid than I thought it would be. Oh. Okay. There's so much grease. Ew. Ew. Okay, get this out of here. I don't want to see this anymore. Now I'm just going to put some ketchup on top, I guess. Ooh. And I'll smooth it out. I feel like the ketchup on the photo is like much more vibrant. I bet it's like homemade. Should I give my ketchup back? No, we don't want to talk about that ketchup fact.
No, not now.
Okay, the ketchup fact is that I've been watching this series on the History Channel called How Food Built America, and it's all about how these like brands like created the culture we have in America today around food. Anyway, Heinz ketchup was invented because meat was being sold already spoiled, and people had to eat spoiled meat because that's just how it was. There was no refrigeration, there was no quality control, and so they invented ketchup to like hide the taste of spoiled meat. But I hope that this meat isn't spoiled. I think it's gonna be delicious. Okay, now I'm just gonna plate it with some French's fried onions, which I don't know, I'm just kind of gonna sprinkle them about because I need room for the pickles too. Maybe I'll do like half French onion, half pickle. And then finally, just a few pickles around the side. She has whole pickles, but I love a good pickle spear, so I bought the spears. Incredible! Look at this thing! Wow, I've hidden the burger with the sides. Okay, let's dig into this. All right, I'm gonna cut into this burger. I'm scared. What if the cheese didn't? What if all the cheese gooed out? Oh, I don't think so. I think there's a layer of cheese in here. Okay. Wow, there is a cheese layer. Okay, let me get some of these. Okay, time to taste. I'm actually really excited. I think it's gonna be good. The two layers of meat kind of separated, but. Okay. Yeah, it's like eating a cheeseburger. The horseradish is very subtle. It's kind of like hinting in the background. But yeah, I think the two layers are kind of like very dense, and the cheese is not, there's not enough cheese in there. I wish I had more cheese. I wish it didn't seep out as much as it did, but that's okay. Yeah, this is incredible. What's not to love? It's just a hamburger. Yeah, this is great. It's just a burger. It's a giant burger. It's just like we predicted. Yeah, this is fun. I'm into it. All right, giant burger. We did it. I am very happy. I am feeling very satisfied by this meal. It was pretty easy. Not that many ingredients. Pretty quick to prepare. I go back on my stance that this is not a hurry up main dish because yeah, it was in the oven for a long time, but the amount of prep work was like very quick. It wasn't as giant as the phrase giant burger made me assume it would be. It was larger than a normal burger, but I could see it feeding a small family. I don't think it would feed a whole family as just the only meal, but it tasted good. The cheese did seep out, so I wish I had more cheese in every bite, but I think next time it's just going to be about, if I make it again, it just to be about like getting that top layer thinner and pinching it more to like really seal in the cheese. So I think that I learned from my experience and I could make it better if I made it again, which maybe I will, because I'm going to give this 5 out of 5 red spoons. It was incredible. All right, back in the box. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, happy homemaking.